Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing our wrap-up video on the Innersense Organic Beauty line. Now Innersense is a super clean brand that is all over the green beauty space. They've been in Beauty Heroes boxes, they're all over the green beauty markets, and they just are coming out with more products all the time, and they're just so awesome. I have not been yet disappointed with one of their products. Their customer service is amazing. They rate a 0 on the Think Dirty app, and they're incredibly clean, well formulated, and I really just love them a lot. So I had first heard about them because of the Think Dirty app, I believe, and following other people on social media. I love that they offer trial sizes. You know how I am about trial sizes. I think it's great anytime they offer that, because this is a more a higher price point as opposed to other shampoos and conditioner. So it's great that you can try them out before you commit to a full-size bottle. So that's exactly what I did when I was trying out their shampoo and conditioner, and then when I actually purchased up one of the styling products. So I love that about this company. You can get their trial sizes through their website or through any of their other of the online boutiques that they are sold at. So I'll leave some of those links below. The only shampoo and conditioner that I've used of Innersense is their Hydrating line, which was in the Beauty Heroes box sometime last year. I know for some people that's incredibly heavy, so if you've used that and it's heavy, they do have their regular shampoo and conditioner, which isn't as hydrating. This though, for me personally, is perfect for curls and waves. I don't have the bottle actually, but we'll start with I've talked about the shampoo and conditioner before, but I'll touch on it really quickly. The Hydrating hair bath is amazing. It is one of the most standout products in their line. It is the first time I've ever used a shampoo and it actually was hydrating. I was really shocked. It lathers beautifully. It's like a thick, it's like a denser foam that's very hydrating. I didn't feel like my hair was stripped. It's perfect for curly hair because our hair is usually dry. So that shampoo was definitely a standout for me. Next is their Hydrating hair bath, and this is again a very hydrating product. This is done. I'm like trying to get the very last bits of it with water. It is a very thick consistency conditioner. So if you're looking for something thinner for detangling, this still does have a lot of good slip in it, but this is great for conditioning. It's incredibly hydrating. If you haven't picked up the mask, and that's a new product that we'll touch on here in a second, I think this is so thick you really could leave this in as a deep conditioner actually. And this is incredibly hydrating. Smells really nice. It's super, super thick, so I really like this. You can water it down. When I've gotten to the ends and I'll put some water in it to try to get the rest of it out, it still has lots of nice slip and conditions my hair very well, even diluted. Hydrating hair bath, and then their conditioner is really top-notch, especially for curly girls. But if you have fine, thin hair that gets easily weighed down and it's not necessarily curly, I would try their other shampoo and conditioner line. Next, we'll get into their Sweet Spirit Leave-In Conditioner. This is of the thicker, you can kind of hear it, of the thicker conditioners that I personally use. I don't like to use leave-in conditioners that aren't a spray. I have wavy curly hair, my hair does get weighed down a bit, and so this is of the thickest one I've used. I try to use any that are in a spray bottle just because I know that it's going to be easily distributed on my hair and generally won't weigh my hair down. I've gotten some feedback from some people that it is a little bit too heavy for them. How I like to use this is I like to, when my hair is totally wet and I'm about to put product on, I will spritz the ends. That will give my ends some nice hydration and some really good conditioning without weighing down the rest of my hair. Although I have used this all over my hair and I don't find that it's been particularly weighing down on my hair. So if I need a lot of moisture and hydration as a leave-in conditioner, this is definitely the one I would go to. I don't use this as a refreshing spray because it's heavier, and I think this is really good. This has been really good for me under the foam. I really like to pair that together because it has a lot of nice hold and not as much moisture as some of the other products. So this is a nice one I like to layer under that, really just concentrating on my ends, and that's been wonderful. So that's the leave-in. So that is a leave-in conditioner. One of my last videos I believe was on the I Create Volume Styling Lotion. This is a clear lotion. I think it's more of a serum. This adds nice volume. It doesn't have a ton of hold. I think it's a good hold kind of similar to like a lightweight gel. It does have a little bit of a cast, but it does offer a lot of volume. If you air dry, I don't get as much volume, but when I diffuse, my curls really pop. It's actually what I did today. I used it after the shower, after conditioning and washing. I applied this all over. I plopped for a good hour, and then I applied the foam on the ends. So this is really nice if you want to layer. You can diffuse your hair with this and then finish it up with the finishing spray or the whipped cream texturizer. This is kind of a nice little do-it-yourself, like a la carte type of thing if you want to kind of cocktail your own products and make your own routine kind of specific to you. So this is a nice base to however it is that you want to kind of mix it up. This is really nice. So I've really enjoyed using this. It's empty practically, and this is an incredibly nice product. I've liked this one a whole lot. This would even be good if you straighten your hair. If you wanted to add some volume, I don't find that this weighs down even slightly. I've been a light hand and a heavy hand with it, and I've had no issues. So this is definitely a volumizing lotion, but lotion I think can be a little bit tricky of a word. I think it's a very light serum almost, but it's not oily at all. It's water-based. It is water-based. So that is the I Create Volumizing Lotion. Next is one of the newest products that they have, and that's the I Create Lift Volumizing Foam. This foam is wonderful. I love this foam. I've already used a good amount of it. This is really very nice. I have layered this a lot underneath it, and I don't find that it adds any volumes. Today I kind of switched up my technique, and I just put a lot of this, and then I put the foam in the ends to add some hold for me. But I have used this by itself. This isn't necessarily super moisturizing, which is fine. It's a foam, so it's kind of nice because you do get the volume and the texture of a foam, something really light. It doesn't weigh down with like hydration and moisture. So this is probably of the least hydrating products that they have, which I think is a good thing at times, especially in the summer or in the winter, depending on what your routine is like. So this is very nice. This is a liquid that turns into a foam. The foam is nice and dense. It's easy to apply. I really like this, and this is a medium hold product. So this has been really nice for my wavy haired girls. This is good. I like to put it in and scrunch it in my ends before I diffuse my hair for that added, for the added volume. Next is our whipped cream texturizer. Our inner piece. I've also done a demo on this because there's a little bit of a learning curve when it comes to applying it. They also have we'll have that one too. So I went over this one. I think when I use this one, it adds definition and texture a little, to my hair. I definitely feel like I've got some product in there. So I've done a video on this because there's a bit of a learning curve on applying it. It is more like almost like a paste. You kind of emulsify in your hands. It gets this thicker white paste on your hands, and then you kind of scrunch it in. So this is really nice because it doesn't really weigh down. You don't need a lot of product. It is moisturizing, and your hair definitely looks piecier. It's got a little bit more grip to it. Like, I don't want to say, when you've got like second and third day hair, that's definitely what it looks like. It's not like a nice, clean, fresh look. It's definitely that really piecey textured look, but it is very nice. It doesn't suffer. Your volume doesn't suffer for this. So this is nice. If you need something a little bit heavier, or you need to distribute more product through your hair, if you've got thicker, coarser hair than I do, then you can always use the Quiet Calm Curl Control. It's another cream in their line. This is too heavy for my hair. I believe that this is supposed to boost and define curls, I think, without that texture that obviously the texturizer gives. So if you really like creams, and I do like creams, but this is a little bit too heavy for me. So if you like creams, this is perfect. This smells beautiful. I like to use it on my daughter's hair. It's very hydrating, very moisturizing. I've used a little, I've used a lot, and no matter what I do, it's just a little bit too much on my hair, but it's still a very nice product. So if you don't quite like this, you want something a little smoother and softer for your hair, you don't really want the texture, you need something more hydrating or that can be distributed a longer way, then the curl cream is probably up your alley. Next, one of my most favorite products, probably my most favorite product in the line, is the I Create Hold Styling Gel. This is a very great styling gel. This says that it provides shine and manageability. This probably has the most hold of anything in the line. I did a whole video on this, and the thing that's really stand out about this gel is that whether I air dry or I diffuse, I get volume. As opposed to the volume lotion, if I air dry it, it's kind of like really loose, light waves, and my hair has no volume to it. But when I use this, once I break the cast after I air dry it, my curls just pop. Not as much as I diffuse, but there's not that big of a difference. So it's really nice. I really like to use this gel. It's perfect in the morning when I can put it on my hair and then go to work. And by the time I get to work, my hair is dry, but it doesn't look like kind of flatter if I don't want that look. So this gel is really wonderful. I tend to use it by itself, or sometimes I will use it with the leave-in conditioner on my ends. But this is a really nice one. Gel, probably my most favorite gel I've ever used. Ever. So this is the best gel. I love this a lot. This does have some sticky tackiness to it. And it does have a pretty good cast. So I think it holds very well also. So if you like a cast, you'll like this. If you don't want so much of a cast, you still want a little bit of a hold, the volume lotion would be good. Next is the I Create Finish, a versatile finishing spray that provides shine and hold. This is a really nice spray. I have not yet used a spray in the Green Beauty line. This I will also pair with the lotion. I'll put the lotion on, diffuse it, get my curls as big and as fluffy as I want, and then I'll use this for some hold to get me a few days of curls. And so I've really enjoyed this one a lot. I think this is nice if you're doing a nice option if you're doing an updo or you're doing something different. I think that you can tell that this has good hold. I mentioned in my last video that when I use the volumizing lotion and then I finish it up with the spray is incredibly similar to how it feels when I use the foam. So it's kind of different, gives you similar feels but a little bit different. So it's kind of nice that you have some options in this line. When I use the volumizing lotion or the gel and I crunch out the cast of my hair, even right now, even the foam sometimes, I don't feel like I have got any product in my hair. If I use their curl creams, I do feel like I have product in my hair, not in a bad way. But some of their products definitely leave your hair very soft, like it's barely even there. You need a lot more of a presence of a product in your hair than the creams would be really where it's at. Last but certainly not least is their treatments. And I have been using this for a little bit. First up is going to be their Innersense Harmonic Healing Hair Oil. And I've really enjoyed this. This is a nice, beautiful oil. It doesn't have much color to it, which is nice. Smells very similar to the rest of their line. This has a lot of nice oils in it. It's pretty lightweight. It's not too thick. I can't really get away with using oils too much. I can't give myself like a regular scalp massage with oils unless I'm going to pre-poo, unless I'm going to shampoo my hair like soon. But this is really nice. What I like to do is I like to put it, cut my fingers, so I've got this Band-Aid on my hand. I like to put it on the ends of my fingers, and then I kind of go in my hair that way. This is nice. You can actually use it all over your body. It's incredibly nice and smells very well. It's a high vibration healing oil to nourish hair, skin, and nails. And so it is a very nice oil, very nourishing. I've liked that one a lot. I'm trying to get better at pre-pooing, and this has been coming really handy. I love the smell. I love the smell of the entire line. Last, and their newest product, is their Hydrating Hair Mask. Repair and revitalize dry, coarse, and damaged hair. Now, this is not a huge, this is 4 ounces, and I think it's about $28 from what I remember. A little bit does go a long way. This, again, is a very thick, but almost reminds me of the regular conditioner. So I really enjoy this one. I'm still kind of messing around with it. I know I've watched other people use it who have a lot more hair than I do, and they say that they don't need a lot. So this is nice. I like to leave it in my hair, and then you definitely feel the moisture. I think this does a really good job of like a deep conditioning. It's not incredibly light, but I think to me the thickness really just kind of brings some good nutrients and moisture into your hair. So I've really enjoyed this one a lot. So if you'd like thicker, deep conditioners, this is definitely it. In my opinion, Innersense is a wonderful brand. It's hard to come by in person, so the fact that they have the trial sizes is always a bonus to me. When I look at the entire line as a whole, it's very hydrating on the front end, as in it's very hydrating in their shampoo and conditioner, and the rest of their products aren't as hydrating. So when you use a product, and I think it's our brand start to finish, which I think is important because that's how it was formulated, they're meant to all work together like succinctly. So when you use them start to finish, you'll notice it's really hydrating shampoo, a really super hydrating conditioner. And then the other products kind of even it out. So I think that's important to know if you have if your shampoo and conditioner isn't incredibly hydrating, and then you're using something like the foam and you're still getting a lot of frizz, I would probably reconsider how you're putting it up in the line. I think it's important when you're adding and picking and choosing, and I did this in the Evolve H1, is when you're adding and picking and choosing from a line, but you're kind of putting in your own shampoo and conditioner, leave-in, whatever. It's important to know how this was meant to be in their line. So I think start to finish, the hydration and the moisture is really on the front end here. So if you're still getting frizz with some of these products, the creams are incredibly hydrating. I don't feel that any of the other products are necessarily drying, but I also don't have a problem with frizz. So those of you who still have a problem with frizz, I think it's important to consider where you're putting it and what else you're putting it with. I like to use one to two products by themselves. I think it's nice that their Sweet Spirit leave-in conditioner is is kind of thicker and hydrating, because if you're using something different, a shampoo and conditioner that might not be as heavy, then I would probably, if I'm still getting frizz, spritz some of this in before the gel or the foam, definitely. So I have loved the Innersense line. I think it's beautiful. Start to finish, you can really get so many miles and days out of this hair. I really loved trying all these products. Everything that they come out with is really nice. Even the ones that haven't worked so well for me have worked really well for my daughter or my husband. And so it's been really nice to be able to pick and choose what I want from my hair. Generally, Innersense gives me big volume and lots of big fluffy curls that kind of clump together really nicely. So Innersense has been one of my most favorite lines from the very beginning. I think it's great because it's lightly scented. There's all natural products. It's zero on the Think Dirty app. There is some honey in some of these, so not all of these are vegan, but they are cruelty-free and incredibly natural. They're very light. Some of them are very hydrating. I think you can find success no matter what type of hair that you have. I have found that the learning curve on them is not that steep. When I use a very heavy hand, I'm like, oh my gosh, I use way too much. My curls still feel great, with all the exception except for the curl cream. Everything else, if I use a little bit, it gives a nice pop of volume. If I use too much, it's very forgiving. So I think it's really nice because you don't need a ton, but if you use it, it's incredibly nourishing to your hair. And because the styling products aren't as hydrating as their shampoo and conditioner, it gives you've got some room for error there. So that's really nice. So let me know what your most favorite product is in this line. I think for me, it's definitely the I Create Hold Styling Gel, and probably their leave-in. I don't know, even the volume lotion. I love a little bit of everything. I think for me, standout is definitely the I Create Hold Styling Gel, just because for a curly girl, the differences with air drying and diffusing is unbelievably close. That's always a shocker to me. But I like that throughout the seasons, throughout the different styles and moods of my hair, I can generally find almost anything I need in this line. So this has been really wonderful to try out. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in this line. If you haven't checked out my previous videos, I did a video on the foam, the gel, the texturizer, the volumizing lotion. And so hopefully all of those were helpful to you to find success in this line and with these products. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.